You starting to get fed up eating every single day, making, preparing, thinking about food. It's always so stressful. Trying to get into packaging, you may sustain an injury. There's just got to be a better way. Introducing the new Air Diet. Air Diet. Smell whatever you'd like to eat with zero guilt and zero satisfaction.
I hear that diet's gaining much popularity at the moment. Get on it quick before it's another fad diet. What I want to cover off today is do a little bit of a checklist for you just to make it easy, just to get started. I want you to grab a pad and pen. Whilst you do, I'm going to hit you with a little bit of a fact. If you go in with a plan and you commit it to paper, you're actually 365% more likely to complete it. I can guarantee that's a true stat. Don't look it up. We're going to be focusing on more your typical style of fast for today's checklist, so it's more of your 16-8 style of fast. There's obviously the 5 and 2 fast where you restrict your calories a couple of days a week, as well as some one day on, one day off style fasts. Right, so I'm not going to go into the reasons why you've actually decided to start fasting, because I'm going to give you the checklist of how to get started, because I'm going to assume that good, valid reasons why you want to do it in the first place. Okay? First one for the list is establish your purpose. A plan, jot down some of your aspirations, what you'd like to achieve. What are you doing it for? You doing it for health reasons? You want to be quite healthy, get some of that autophagy, look it up. It's a good one. Or is it going to be more because if it's a convenience thing, because you get sick and tired of preparing lunches and all that sort of thing, you're on the road, or you want to lose weight? That's a popular one. Going with a little bit of a plan, jot down some reasons why you actually wanted to do it in the first place. It's going to make the world of difference. 2, select your protocol. What window is right for you? I'm going to say, put it this way to you. The window that's right for you is based around your current circumstances. When do you do any weight training? If you do, and do you do it in the morning or do you do it at night? That's, doing weights in the morning, you're probably going to need to fuel up, especially if you're going back to work. So perhaps your actual fasting window needs to be in the afternoon as opposed to the morning. That might not work with the fact that you prefer to have dinner. So there's a couple of different things you need to weigh up. But again, based on that checklist that you're putting together, that plan that you're putting together will determine which way you go. I'm going to give you an example. Do weights in the evening. Therefore, doing fasting all day up until the evening is quite easy for me. And I'm up to the 1 meal a day protocol, which suits me fine. Now, in saying that, conversely, on the opposite side, on the weekends, I find myself that I'm actually exercising quite early. Finish my fast at around that 12 o'clock, so I do more the 16-8 on the weekends. Again, there's no silver bullet. Tailor it into your lifestyle. There's not going to be a hard and fast rule that works for absolutely everyone. 3, the biggest thing is you're going to be forming a habit. So don't place too much emphasis on what you need to eat at the start. What you're going to want to do is just get really used to it. Get used to the actual habit forming that comes with it. So let's say we're going to go in with a 16-8 fast, which means we're going to stop eating at 8 o'clock, break our fast at around midday, so around lunchtime. So my suggestion is don't go and start that whole entire protocol straight away. Just start small. But for example, get to 8 o'clock and stop your fast the next morning, still eat breakfast at the same time. Do that for a couple of days, get your body adapted, and then you can move on to start extending out your breakfast longer and longer and longer until you get to 12 o'clock. Another great tip, and I'm going to put a little link up here, or here, wherever it goes. It's called Zero Fasting Tracker, but it's really good because I actually call it a fasting habit forming app. Firstly, it's really good because you can annoy your mates with it. You can show them some pretty graphs on how long you've been fasting for. Probably the best portion of it. It is a really good little app because it's going to help you get into those routines. Advice, start small, bite-sized chunks, slowly extend it out. And I can guarantee you what happened to me is I got to 16 and 8 and I went, well, that was, that was okay. And I wanted to keep reaping the benefits of it because I was having a lot of success with it. So I thought, you know what? I can keep pushing this out. It actually worked in with my schedule, and so I kept pushing it out as late as I could, and then I got to the point where I finished work and then I just started eating when I get home. 4, during the fast, what can you eat? What can you do? It's really simple. I'm going to answer this very quickly. You cannot eat or drink absolutely anything. I'm going to make this nice and easy. Here's your short list. You can have water, black coffee, green tea, and that's it. Nice and easy. Don't get confused by it. Anything that could potentially spike your insulin, you're out. Can you have milk? No, you cannot. Can you have sugar-free spirulina in there? I don't know. No, you cannot. You can't have sweeteners, artificial stuff. Just stay away from it. Right. Number 5, during the eating window. I'm going to give you the best advice ever. At the start, don't worry about what you're eating. The biggest thing you need to concern yourself with is whatever you were eating beforehand, consume now during that condensed window. That is the best advice, because whilst you're forming a habit, you don't need to change what you're eating. You will actually still get benefits from this. You know, you might start to say stuff like, I'm feeling a little bit less bloated, which is something that I noticed. Number 6, once you are finally adapted, once you're used to it, then it's so crucial to understand now you've got a smaller window. It's actually really important to eat some, some nutrient dense food, some stuff that's great for your body. Make sure you get all your macronutrients in, your protein, your carbs, all of that in, so you're gonna get smarter with what you do. Then look, there's apps like Fitness Pal that you can plug in all your age and height and weight, and it's going to tell you, roughly, what your calorie input should be. So, but my biggest advice at this point now, once you're adapted, is just to make sure you're getting the right foods in that time, because you're going to be getting fuller a lot quicker because you've got a shortened window. So if you eat the right things, you should be actually pretty satisfied, and you shouldn't be craving all those things, providing you get them in. What I personally do is, because you're getting pretty hungry, if you're getting to that 12 o'clock mark, you're probably going to get quite hungry. So my suggestion is, your body's going to be craving a lot of food at that point. So prepare some food. I know there's a little bit of work around there, and I just said it's quite convenient, but I find if you just have a couple things that are just ready to rock and roll when you need them, you're going to grab those things, you're going to fill up really quickly on those things, and it's going to leave you a lot more satisfied, and you're going to make the right choices afterwards. So, and then you're going to probably start reducing that window, because I don't know, you can't help it. It's just what ends up happening. You start to enjoy, well, how far can I push this? I have to say, I personally do it because I like eating. I'm quite happy when I get my little window and I can, within reason, eat what I want. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's just a really quick checklist to, get you to do a little plan of attacks. Like I said, just start it. Guess what? Just reducing that window by an hour is you starting to fast. So just get into it and get started. Let me know how you go below.